Here's why Alan Carr's easy way to stop smoking did not work for me. I feel like the fundamental premise of the book is based in logic, where the author presents some ideas to explain why smoking isn't a good idea, why the reasoning behind it that we often make up, the excuses we use, aren't really justified. And therefore, to quit smoking, you only need to realize this, to wisen up, to be smart, that you can essentially use logic to convince yourself that smoking isn't a good idea and that you should just quit. And that's actually fairly easy to quit. But the reality for me was that quitting smoking was not easy to quit. I got to the point in the book, I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, I decided to do it easy, so it's just easy. There you go. And while I agree that there is power in our mindset and in self-awareness of our thoughts, I don't think you flip it like a switch, or at least I didn't, and a lot of us don't. Quitting smoking was very difficult for me, and that's not even actually a bad thing. I feel like this blanket, easy way caters to the Western mindset that wants shortcuts, wants convenience, wants a quick fix, which is really part of the mindset and belief system that drives someone to smoking. Smoking provides all that for us. So why would that be the way out? I think that this book misses the emotional depth of why a smoker smokes. It's not because they're not intelligent, because they can't understand the logic that smoking is bad for them, but the emotional drive overrides the logic. If this weren't true, none of us would even try smoking. We all know it's bad for us. So to actually quit in a sustainable way took me looking at those parts of myself, the wounded parts, and working through some of the emotional and spiritual turmoil that I had been in the entire time I had been smoking. Because I see smoking as an emotional or spiritual crisis, and you can't reason your way out of that. We can use mindset to help us along the way, but it's actually about tapping into things that are not logical. The gifts of our heart, things like intuition, things like compassion, things like love. So honestly, this book feels pretty gimmicky. It doesn't address the unique needs of every person to quit in the way that's best for them, and providing them with the tools and practices to help them reconnect with themselves and find the answers within themselves. That's what my work's all about. So I decided to write my own book called Honor Your Heart that addresses some of the emotional turmoil around smoking habit, using that work to quit in a lasting way. And not only get past the habit, but expand our potential in all parts of our lives. And I frame the difficulty of smoking not as a bad thing, but as an initiation process where we become closer to our true selves and are able to share our unique gifts with the world and live in meaningful purpose. So if the easy way wasn't easy for you, there are other options out there and there's nothing wrong with you. I know that you can find your own way, and I know that you can quit smoking.